What's up, YouTube? It's been a minute since I've come around for a haul. I'm just gonna kind of show off my pull list. It's in literally no particular order. I just got my DCBS order today. It's one of those rare months, it seems like lately, where there's not a fifth Wednesday, so I'm getting everything for 1 month that I ordered in one go. Plus a surprise, I didn't remember this was coming yet, but we'll do that. I got a couple trades, so that's one of the surprises. There's trade, and there's another trade that I ordered on Amazon a few weeks ago that hasn't made it into a haul yet because I haven't been buying a ton lately. So with that said, these are just kind of what I read on a monthly basis. I am almost caught up. I have about half of last month's shipment left. If I remember anything I've read since I've read last shipment, I'll be surprised. So I'll try to put a little blurb out there if there's anything, important that I need to mention, or if I have any thoughts. If not, I'm just gonna be showing some books. So this one right here, this is a special kind of part of my collecting. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zord Quest special #1. I believe this is a one-shot. I don't think there's any more, because right now they're doing basically all original Team Power Ranger stories. Yeah, $7.99 cover price at the end, with no other info. Not a huge fan of the art in this, so that's not going to be too much fun. Who did the art? Gavin Smith. It's very, very liney. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be about, because they haven't been doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers at all for a few years now, actually. I mean, they had the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers run, but it wasn't overly Mighty Morphin centric, I guess. There was a lot of side characters they pulled in. It was awesome. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. But yeah, then they branched off into Rangers Academy, which was like an all new story. I like that one. That one wasn't bad. It kind of gave me Yu-Gi-Oh! GX vibes with like Duelist Academy. If you're into that crap, I know Yoakum, if you're watching, you're gonna enjoy that. Check out Yoakum Comic Center. If you haven't, I believe his link is on my channel, but I'll put it down below too. Shout outs to you, man. We got Zord Quest #1. This is an event that I've actually been enjoying. I feel like more so than most events I've read in the past. This is the DCKO #3. I don't know if this is 4 or 5 issues for the main title. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's like, kind of like a Contest of Champions kind of thing, where basically they pit a bunch of superheroes and not on purpose, but super villains against each other. Basically, there was a big pool, then they got down to, I believe, 30. It's like the top 30, and then each one went head to head. And it's just kind of narrowing down until we're going to get 2 players at the end. I thought it was pretty cool so far. I mean, I read the first issue and some of the tie-ins. I haven't read the second main title yet. But yeah, it's just something exciting to read, something different, gets me more of my characters. Some of my books that I read tie into it, so I get some of the side stories. I'm not all in on it. I'm not buying every tie-in. I didn't buy any of the specials, like the Red Hood versus Joker, which I probably should have bought. I kind of wanted to read that one. I think there's like a Lobo versus somebody one and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's a bunch of specials like last month about that. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's just pitting off the superheroes against each other. But basically, the winner is going to get the tools to take down Darkseid, because Darkseid is coming. Everything's always about Darkseid, with the DC universe. But yeah, we'll go from there into Action Comics. This has been fun because Mark Waid's kind of doing throwback stories to when Kal-El was Superboy, so it's kind of like time jumpings, and it's Mark Waid, so I'm gonna pick it up. I've enjoyed Action since I started reading again. I couldn't tell you what number it was, but yeah, I've just enjoyed it. A big book on my list here, we have Batman and Robin 29. I've been enjoying this whole volume of Batman and Robin. This in particular has been centered around this old man here. I forgot what they call him. Like, it's going to bug me now. Hopefully they say it in here. He's just got like a name. Basically, his kid was killed in a gang, like between a gang fire. I'm talking about Scarface. And he's basically out for revenge. So he's going to kill basically everybody that stands in his way until he gets ventriloquist. It started with Penguin, and there's some Two-Face in there. Oh, they just named him now, so they're not going to... It's like the Gray Man or something like that. Something like that was what they were calling him earlier. But yeah, they just named him in here, so they're not going to call him by the old name anymore. But basically, Scarface is the one that ended up killing his kid, so now he's out for revenge. There's some weird old cult ties or something like that to it, where he puts silver dollars on your eyes after he kills you. It was interesting. I've been enjoying it, to say the least, and I'm really excited to see Scarface come back. This is his first appearance in a while, if I recall. Let's see. This is in no particular order. There might be doubles, there might not be. Or not doubles, but you might be like, you know, something should have tied in with this one, or like sometimes Amazing has 2 issues that comes out. Yeah. You know how it is. Anyway, Green Lantern Corps. I've been really enjoying the Green Lantern stuff. They're basically rebuilding the Corps after the last huge event. Basically, what you need to know is all the lanterns are now on Oa. So yeah, Corps collide. So now you have, you know, the varying personalities going at it, mainly caused by these two here and Larfleeze stealing everybody's stuff. So yeah, that's been a fun read. I'm really glad I jumped back into Green Lantern. I kind of stopped reading it monthly. I got the Jeff Johns omnibuses. I've read about half of it. I absolutely love it. I got to get back into it. I just want to reread it again. I want to open Volume 1, reread it all the way through Volume 3. I'm waiting to get my comic room, my setup, my comfortable setup where I can start reading omnibuses more comfortably and have more access to them. And that's coming soon, so I'm excited for that. And we'll go through that together once everything's set up. Laundry's done. I'm also hearing doors shut, so I may be interrupted. We'll see. Next on the list, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 20. Peter Parker has been off-world. There's a couple people posing as him right now. Obviously, you have a clone who can pose as Peter Parker. I don't think it's here where that door was, so I think we're good. And then the other one, I don't want to spoil it. It's been going on for months now, but somebody else is being Spider-Man as well, so we'll go with that. Fantastic Four number 7, Legacy number 733. Ryan North's still killing it on this book. I couldn't really tell you what happened in the first one, but I feel like Malice is coming back. Something along those lines. It's centered or the first, Fantastic Four number 6. I don't know if I read that yet. So that may have been one of the ones that's waiting to get read. Next up, this is a tie-in that apparently I bought. I must have. Is there no Green Lantern that came out last month? Oh no, there was. Interesting. So Green Lantern 31. We got Hal. I believe he's working with Barry here. Flash. Hopefully it doesn't tie in with the Flash. Wanted Dead or Alive. Yeah, I couldn't really tell you what's going on in the main Green Lantern. Between the two, they kind of interchange. I know he's back with Carol Danvers, who is helping the Justice League right now as well. Hero stuff. Obviously, the cores are all together. So there's just a lot of him and Carol. I couldn't tell you what's happening. And with that, this is what had me question if Green Lantern came out. I'm like, why did I order this? I wasn't going to get the tie-ins. I did get I got the Nightfall miniseries or whatever they call it. We'll get to it at some point. For KL, but I didn't get many of the other tie-ins, but apparently I got this one, so that'll be exciting. Kyle Rayner brings the reinforcements, so it's going to be Kyle Rayner centric. Next up, we have Titans 31. This is a DC KO tie-in, so it's going to tie in with the DC KO stuff because I couldn't really tell you what's going on in the Titans book right now. I know I enjoy it, but I just read so many books. I was like 4 months behind, and from like I would say Thanksgiving to Christmas, I like binged. I just read everything I could. There'd be days where I read 16 to 20 books in a day, and I was just, marathon it like that. They all start to mash together in your head, and you're not so good. I do know what's going on in Nightwing. I know Martian Manhunter's in it. There's this Cirque de Freak or whatever it's called that's basically luring children into the tents, and it's like a weird circus man. And obviously Dick Grayson, it's in Bloodhaven, so Dick Grayson has to save the day. So I think last issue he entered the tent with Martian Manhunter, and that's kind of where it ended. So we'll see where that goes. I've been really enjoying that. Always good. Waters is doing a great job. Obviously he's no Tom Taylor, but it was a good transition, and it's still good reading. So I won't drop it probably ever, but it's good stuff. Good stuff. I don't mind paying the, whatever it is, 38% off cover price for it every month. I got the Absolute Batman Arc M special. I am really contemplating selling this Absolute Batman run that I have because it's worth so much money for whatever reason. And I feel like it's never going to hold that value. However, I know I'm going to have buyers or seller's remorse like almost instantly because I collect Batman. So it's just like this weird thing that's going on. I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. Is it worth all the hype? I don't think so. It's just a different take on the Batman mythos, but it's not like even the first time that's happened throughout history. It's just okay. We'll keep reading it. This is the second part to the first crossover event, which happened in Absolute Wonder Woman number 15, which I haven't read. I was waiting for this to come out, so I can read them both. It's the first team up, so it's going to be Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman, and I don't know exactly what shenanigans they're going to get into. I know there was like a little teaser at the end of Wonder Woman 14, and I couldn't tell you what happened. So as far as jumping on points, if you're missed out on Absolute Wonder Woman, want to wait for all the trades to get caught up on the back lore, you could jump in here. It's a new story arc. So all new story starts here. Try to get new readers on. This is issue 16 of Absolute Wonder Woman. Next up, what? I gotta just take a gander in this book. This is Detective Comics 1105. I'm trying to remember what's happening. What's with the Azrael suit there? This is the flashback scene. That's not going to tell me what's happening. Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't really tell you what's happening. Wait, is Batman infected with something? Yeah, Batman's infected with something, I think. Yeah, couldn't tell you. Anyway, Detective 1105. I wonder if number 4 is also in my pile. 1104 is in my pile of stuff that I gotta read still. Problem, like I said, it's the problem with reading stuff that only like the big things that you think of really stick out in your brain. Justice League Unlimited, it's been tie-ins. I think this is the Fallen Mr. Terrific. They brought in like basically like the Justice League Beyond because you have, or actually it's the Justice League Across Times because you have Batman Beyond, you have the Blue Superman. I think there's like some Golden Age character in here as well, like Alan Scott or something like that. They just bring characters from across timelines and put them as a team to help protect the Earth while regular Justice League is off doing their KO stuff. Basically, it's fine, it's fun, something different. Nothing groundbreaking by any means, but yeah, it's fun. Something cool. Superman 34 has all been tie-ins as well. I think the last one is, I haven't read it yet, it's one of the Versus issues, and yeah, we'll see what's going on with that. Following Superman a little more closely, even though he's basically the main character of the event. But yeah, here's what it is. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1. Not totally sure. Just an annual. I don't know if it ties into the main storyline, or if it's like an annual where it's got a couple stories, or it's like one long one shot. Every annual seems to be different. The Infernal Hulk number 3. I enjoyed the first two. Johnson really kind of took the page from Al Ewing and writes more of a monster horror Hulk. I love it. The artwork is great. I couldn't tell you what's happening though. All I know is like Hulk and Banner are like separate entities now, and it's just weird. It's weird stories. Sometimes you have to read them again. This is Miles Morales 42. I think this may be the last issue of this volume. I know they're ending this, and they haven't resolicited a new Miles series yet, and I think it's going to have to do with something with the Ultimate Universe ending. It may tie into that. I have no idea what their plans are, nor do I read the solicits, and I haven't seen... DCBS hasn't updated their website yet for the month. I check around the 8th is usually when you're good to go, so we're waiting on that. Next up, Batman number 5. Nothing to write home about so far from Matt Fraction. Don't hate it. I've enjoyed it for the most part. There's the new character Minotaur. I think he came in issue 3. Could I tell you exactly what's happened in all of these as well? No, I can't. There's this lady he's dating. I remember that. What is this lady's name? Dr. something. Yeah, she was kind of a spaz when he went into her office. I was really surprised that Bruce asked her out. Which, if you know anything about Bruce Wayne's persona, he's a ladies' man. Okay, Dr. Zeller, that's her name. I couldn't tell you why he was there. Something to do with her research. Something traced back to her lab or something like that. Yeah. Again, it's okay. Not terrible start. I think Matt Fractions is just gonna kind of build his vibe, and then we'll see some large story here coming up. He's known for long arcing stories, so we'll see what he's got to bring to the Batman table. Like I said, I didn't know if I had 19 or not in this haul, but there's ASM 19. I already talked about it. We'll move on. Yep, like I said, I was buying the Nightfall tie-ins for DCKO. I don't think I've read 1 and 2 yet, so we'll see about that. Batgirl. I've been really enjoying Batgirl. It really dives into Cassandra Cain's past and her relationship with Lady Shiva. It's kind of been the entire first, bit of the stories here. Finds out she has a brother. I'll spare the details on how that relationship is. It's kind of a spoiler there. But yeah. Pretty cool to get a Batgirl book. Cassandra Cain's back. I love Cassandra Cain. I love Barbara Gordon a lot. But as far as reading a solo Batgirl story, I prefer Cassandra Cain. If we're doing like a Bat family book, I prefer Barbara Gordon. Just because I like her intertwined relationship with both, Dick Grayson, and then the mentorship with Bruce. Mentorship, not whatever the hell they tried to portray in Killing Joke. Not the book. The book was very good, but you know what I mean. The animated series version, yeah. Weird. Last but not least, I don't read this book. I buy one every month just for the covers. Poison Ivy. If I was caught up and I had 1 through 40, I would have read it, but I don't have them all. So eventually, I will fill the run in, and I'll sit down and read the entire Poison Ivy, because I can't imagine this thing's going to keep going on too much longer, right? They'll probably end it at like 50, or I mean, if it sells really well, I mean, maybe it'll keep going. But it's just one of those books you kind of didn't expect to get to, issue 40, and I have it pre-ordered for 2 or 3 more months at least. So we'll see. I know it's had some really good acclaimed story arcs. It's had some fantastic covers. I just buy my favorite cover every month. I don't always buy cover A. I just happen to buy cover A this month because it was my favorite cover of the bunch. Yeah, so there's that. All right, so that's my monthly haul. That's what I read. I can't believe that took 20 minutes. If you're still with me and you want to see what trades I bought, I appreciate you. Or if you skip to the end to see what trades I bought, I appreciate you too. I appreciate you all. Anybody who takes the time to watch my channel, subscribes, likes, comments, all that jazz. But first up, I picked up a Epic collection. This is Amazing Spider-Man Volume 12. This collects Amazing Spider-Man 207 to 223, Annuals 14 and 15. So basically, the big things you need to know, this reprints the first stories featuring the first appearance of Hydro Man. There's the first appearance of Madam Web is in here as well. And then, yeah, more Madam Web stuff. So pretty much you're going to get Hydro Man and Madam Web. It looks like to be some one-off stories as well. Is that the annual? No, 222. Yeah. Yep, it's going to be that. But anyway, John Romita Jr. artwork back when he was more like his dad. Miller, does that mean Frank Miller did some of the art in here? Let's see. Yeah, pencils and layouts. Romita Jr., Frank Miller, with Jim Mooney, Alan Weiss, Bob McLeod, Luke McDonald, Alan Kupenberger, Bob Hall, Mark Grunwald, Greg LaRocque, Marie Severin, and Keith Pollard. So a lot of really good pencilers worked on this. The inks are really good as well. Jim Mooney, Al Milgrom, Tom Palmer, Klaus Janson, Bob McLeod, Pablo Marcos, Joe Sinat, Brett Breeding, Yosef Rubenstein or Joey Rubenstein, Bob Wyshek, Frank Gaikoa, Bob Layton, and Terry Austin. So some really good artists in here. I mean, they never really have bad artists very often on Amazing Spider-Man books because it's always one of their top sellers, so they try to have the top talents on it. So really happy to get this. I do like to read Bronze Age Spidey when I can. It's a little, a little wordier than your normal stuff, but it's kind of that era where I relate most to Peter Parker. Just, coming out of my college years. Oh my God. It's a while ago now, but it's around the time he's in college and dealing with all those issues. Less so than Silver Age, where he's like a kid in high school. It just seems like his problems are nothing for the most part. Those times, but as he ages, you kind of relate with him a little more. And then last but not least, I did pick up this DC Finest Catwoman Lifelines. It went on like a flash sale on Amazon. I got it for like, what is it? $39.99 is the cover price. I got it for like $17. So I was like, heck yeah, let's grab that, add it to the collection. I have the next volume in my cart, so I'm probably going to grab that at some point. But yeah, this collects, 88 to 94, basically all the stories of Catwoman in that range. Obviously, she didn't have a monthly series that went like that. I don't think Volume 2 started till, the 90s, right? But it's got her first mini, which was in 88. 93 is when her series started. But it's got that. Oh, it's not even that. It's got an Action Comics Weekly story that starts before her first mini, which her first mini was 89. This Action Comics Weekly was in August of 88. And that was Action Comics 611 to 614. So this collects, in total, those Action Comics books, Showcase 93, 1 through 4. Like I said, the first Catwoman mini from 89, 1 through 4, Catwoman Volume 2, 1 through 12, Annual 1, and Batman Catwoman Defiant number 1. Oh, that's good. They got the picture on the back here of that. I don't know what that is. Some sort of one shot, I'm guessing. Like it's not an Elseworld story, but it looks like it was written by Peter Milligan. So that'll be cool to read. So I'm excited to check this out. I enjoy solo Catwoman stories. I don't necessarily want to collect single issues of Catwoman, but I wouldn't mind filling in some of the trades. I kind of want to collect Volume 2, the ongoing. I just like the covers and stuff from Volume 2. I also like Volume 3 as well. I think that's the Adam Hughes volume. I don't know if I care enough. I do have the final issue. Thanks to Johnny DaCosta. If you still watch my videos, thanks, buddy. I miss you. Hopefully I get to see you guys again at some point. But yeah, so excited to have this. We're approaching 30 minutes. If you watch this, I appreciate you. I'm going to do my collection goals video at some point for the year. It's February. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I am hitting up a sale this coming weekend, so I should have a back issue haul at some point next week for you. But I appreciate you listening to me blabble on. And I'll be catching you guys soon. Check out my eBay if you don't. If you want to help support the channel and, you know, my collecting and find yourself a deal, just let me know. You also can, you know, message me there on eBay and let me know you saw it on the video, and I can give you a little discount or something. Yeah, so I try to post weekly new listings. Sometimes I go a couple weeks without posting because life is busy, but yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing it. I'm not really doing the whatnot right now. I'm trying to reevaluate how I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's just crazy. And I don't really necessarily, I feel like I waste my time a lot on whatnot. Like if you don't hit big, like a big show, you just kind of sit there, twiddle your thumbs for like a half an hour, and nobody buys anything, and you decide to end it. So I got to reevaluate how I want to do it. Do I want to do what, you know, fewer shows? Do I want to keep a consistent weekly rotation? Do I want to just do fewer shows with specialized show? Like I got plenty of Star Wars books. I got bad books I could do. I could do freaking Marvel, like modern Marvel. I have some Bronze Age stuff left. So I could do Bronze Age Marvel Copper. It's more like Bronze and Copper. It's more like early to through mid 80s or late 80s kind of Marvel. Not so much 70s Bronze. Do indie shows. I could probably do like combined Stray Dogs, Somebody's Killing the Children, indie number ones. I have a boatload. I was buying so many in 2021, 2022. Everything would blow up. So, you know, you just buy a couple number ones. It's out me, I stashed it. And you wait a month or two and it'll blow up. And so now I got a ton of those leftovers, the ones that didn't blow up. Probably good reading. You can do dollar bins stuff, claim sales. I'm also flirting with the idea of starting selling on Instagram. I just have to figure out how to do the sales tax part, because I do have to claim all the income. And I don't want to get in trouble for not charging sales tax properly or any of that stuff, where Whatnot and eBay just do that for you. So it's a hell of a lot easier. However, they charge you more than sales tax would, which is annoying. So it is what it is. Keep it under a half an hour here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit me up on my socials, and we'll be talking to you soon.